Hello everyone and welcome back to Kali Call of Darkness, Season 3, Episode 3. AMRIT invites Amala to a meeting held by his family. Episode 3, Kaliko. I looked at Amrit surprised. Is it time to go? Why did you come personally? I tried to collect myself as quickly as possible so as not to look too confused and pathetic. But Amrit didn't answer, staring at me intently. He then said slowly, Amala, give me your hand. I frowned, but held out my open, empty palm to him. Not this hand, the other one. The ring! A wave of fear swept over me. I was clutching his family ring in my other hand. You know everything. He just does, right? Isn't that to be expected? I knew everything from the very beginning. It's good that you did not play me for a fool, or you would have been the foolish one. I silently handed him the ring, feeling awkward. 1 respect point, let's go! Good girl. Honestly, it's a turn-on for me if he gives me those little names. As soon as the heirloom was returned to its owner, he started teasing me. Stealing from me is becoming a bad habit of yours. Now I understand why you're so scared. You put it on. I did. What was that? What happened to me? You experience a transpersonal state. The ring serves as a link that lets me move to a different energy level and see our goddess Kali. Why would you want to see her? Are you nuts? The impulses that permeated you, the growing heat, all that was a flow of energy that could be used to summon the Dark Mother. Sir, why? Do you wear it during rituals? You're a priest for the worship of Kali, right? I mean, we already know that, girl. That should be obvious after what happened in the temple. I had guessed it long before then. I wear this ring during rituals. That's why I said that during religious practices I'm almost always not myself. Does Kali kind of possess you? Like takes over your body? Or something? The pain makes me feel insane and so angry. At some point, I become one with Mahadevi, act at her behest, and speak through her mouth. With the help of the ring, you found out that Amrit binds himself to Kali and loses himself. Yeah, so she kind of possesses him. She takes control over him to give him the strength or something to carry out that ritual. I sighed heavily. So you go crazy when you do your thing. Yes, but it's my choice. I'm the one who puts on this ring and bows to the Dark Mother. Why, sir? Why? Why would you agree to be possessed? Why? I don't understand that. That's what everyone in my family did before me. Then I don't even know how to justify you. It's all incredibly cruel. Justify me? Why would you want to do that, Amala? This is the highest honor that only the Dubais and the Basus can be granted. I'm proud that I can do this, that I can perform my duty and do something good. You think killing someone is good? Yep, that. Do you seriously think killing and sacrificing people is good? Yes. Okay, sir, then the both of us are gonna have a serious problem. I said it back then with Mr. Rose and with the other people that died after him or were hurt. I am not a fan of killing. We're gonna have a real problem, sir. Be patient, my dear, and I'll explain everything to you. Explain what? That you love to murder? Amrit ran his hand through my hair as if trying to fix it. Then he smiled. I promise you'll like it. I doubt that. But that. Exactly that. I doubt that. I doubt that I'm gonna like the answer that's gonna explain to me why you think that killing someone is good. Let me prove you wrong. Up to this point, we've kept many things from you, and we manipulated you, but from now on everything will be different. And how will I know that you won't lie to me now? He opened the door to the hallway where one of his mates was waiting. The one from the hotel? Help a change. Yes, master. Change? You have to look your best. I already look my best, yes. Is this necessary? Fine, you know what? Just give me another outfit. You know better than me what the dress code is to hang out with this dozen of yours. That's a very sensible thought. Amrit left my room and Madhu helped me change clothes and comb my hair. You look familiar. Have we met before? Master told me not to talk to you. Are you shitting me? Damn you, Amrit, that's so funny. And I'm telling you to talk to me. I'm not lower than him. We're in the same caste. Do you know who I am? Of course, miss. In that case, answer me. I won't tell him. He'll know anyways, miss. Again, you know who I am, right? He and I are equals. I have the right to know everything he does. The maid hesitated, starting to comb my hair. All right, we first met at the hotel. I was a maid there. I was asked about the missing man. That rings a bell. How did you end up working for Dubai? Honestly now, but does she have amnesia? Like she doesn't remember? I was working for him from the very beginning, miss. I see. I was fired shortly before your arrival, so I started working at the hotel instead. Then Mr. Weiss came to see me. I was very surprised. He said I could get my job back if I did him a favor. Her words made my blood boil. I knew where this was going. Betrayal. And what was that favor? To keep my mouth shut when the British diplomats arrived. That means us. Yes, but no one had told me who you really were. It's a great joy for us that a Basu has rejoined us. I believe that prosperity and well-being await us. Okay, stop it. Not a day goes by without me realizing that someone somewhere has been lying to me. You've learned information that will be useful soon. It better be useful. Madhu took out the clothes. Ooh. Ooh. I love it. I love the skirt. I've never seen anything more beautiful. Master ordered for the most expensive outfit to be brought here. Beautiful clothes called for a matching hairstyle. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Yes. I love curls. So shiny. And they go perfectly with your complexion. I have something else. Madhu took out a jewelry box. Let's go. Yep. They matched the headpiece. These sapphires are mined in the mountains of India. They will emphasize your status. Thank you. As soon as we finished, 3 people were waiting for us behind the door. Priyanka, Amrit, and Kiran. All eyes were suddenly on me. I know I'm beautiful. What a beauty. I feel so proud when I look at you. Kiran, you need to change too. You can't go wearing that. Go where? He's not going anywhere. Yes, he is. He is. We have already agreed. What? Have you two been introduced? Priyanka? My brother shrugged his shoulders. There was a terrible commotion when Mr. Dubai arrived. I came out and, well, I threw a wary glance at Amrit. It was about time we met, don't you think? Yes, but our sister put it off as long as she could. Amrit, this is no one's business but ours. He's not going anywhere. Yes, he is! Oh my god! He is going! What's your problem? Do you think that's a wise choice? It might prove a valuable experience for him too. After all, he is no ordinary child. I shrugged my shoulders and replied thoughtfully. I have to admit it. What you say makes sense. Kiran is quite reluctant when it comes to our country's culture. There's nothing wrong with letting him learn more about it. I share the same opinion. Besides, as a representative of your family, he'll be given the warmest welcome. Everyone wants to meet you and take a look at you. Fine, but you better make sure I won't regret it. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Yes, I would. No, yes, he would. You trust Amrit against all odds. Yeah, sadly. Brilliant. But just so you know, Kiran, no one's going to talk to you in English there. I can understand some Bengali, so don't nag me. He says, leave me alone. Let's go find you a nice outfit. He literally said, just leave me be. Priyanka and Kiran left and we went downstairs to wait for them. As we found ourselves alone in the living room, Amrit didn't miss the chance to wrap his arm around my waist and pull me against him. Let me go. Let me stop. I got you now. The way he's blushing. Hold your horses. If Mrs. Chauhan sees us, she might die of happiness. That's funny. I'd rather you were that happy than her. Happy about what? That I've managed to catch such an alpha male in my net? Yes. You're the one minded, not the other way around, sir. If you want me to write you again, you have to apply to the rules, and that means you're submitted to me. I wriggled out of his arms. Speaking of which, this is just a meeting. I don't want to see tricks like those you pulled in the temple. Am I making myself clear? Kiran doesn't need to see that. You didn't like it? What a shame. I think it was impressive, sir, but I didn't like it. Because, no. How did you do that, by the way? How did you summon those creatures? They don't need to be summoned. They're always there. Like you, I can just interact with energy on a different level. As one can dip their hands into the water, I do so into space. I simply force those weak-willed creatures to obey me. Weak-willed? They are just empty puppets with no master and no freedom. You can command them too if you want. How? There's a conversation for another time. The way he's like smirking like that. Menacingly. Priyanka and Kiran came downstairs. I looked at my brother. What does he look like? Let's go. I can... Like a true basu. That was so funny. Like a local. As usual. No. Like a true basu. Like a true basu. Wow. That makes you look handsome. And rich, judging by the quality of this fabric. The way he's doing this side eye. Finally, we were ready to go. Let's go. Amrit's car was waiting for us in front of the house. Sheka was behind the wheel and Matsu sat next to him. Priyanka came to the door to see us off and started telling Kiran something about manners and traditions, but he clearly wasn't listening to her instructions, as he was too happy and excited. I love it. Kiran is a little cutie pie. It was late afternoon when we arrived at the Dubai's estate. Amrit ordered Matu to help us get settled, and the maid immediately set out to do that. When Dubai left, Madhu approached us. Master told me to prepare bathrooms for you in case the meeting runs long. Does he think we're going to spend the night here? They usually finish after midnight and Shekhar might be busy or already asleep by then. Master won't allow you to go back yourself. Why am I not surprised? Fine. I'll show you to the bathrooms and then I'll take you to the reception hall. Everyone has arrived. The fun begins. A little later, Kiran and I entered the hall. Okay. Amrit and the dozen were already waiting for us there. Choosing a diamond outfit for Amrit will improve your relationship with him. Okay. Ooh. Honestly, I'm in love with red, but we already saw this red. We're gonna go with the velvet outfit. Go with the velvet outfit. Look at this king. Here come our guest of honor. I felt many eyes on me, curiously looking me up and down. I saw happiness and awe on their admiring faces. To respect, let's go. Not only because I was a Malabasu, who they had been waiting for and for a long time, but also because I looked gorgeous. Amrit knew exactly how to dress me. He accentuated everything he could. And he's living his best life. He was watching me intently. He clearly liked the way I looked. Everyone is amazed at how elegant you look. Thank you. Miramala and Kirambasu. Finally they are back to their true home and their native land. Let's go, another respect. A few young girls immediately blushed at the sight of my brother. Yaya, who stood among them, was no exception. Ooh. Everyone liked Kiran's outfit. His relationship with Yaya has improved. Let's go. Can we influence the relationship? Oh my god. Let them get acquainted with everyone and then we'll talk about why we're gathered here. A maid came up to us and offered us some food and drinks. Don't be shy and take whatever you want. Some of the dozen were sitting and some were standing holding glasses in their hands and chatting about the latest news. I knew that their glasses were filled with something much stronger than lemonade. They really are shaktas in the left-hand path, otherwise they wouldn't be drinking wine with such a satisfied look. Nothing. That's funny. Wine. Ooh. You know what? What's gonna happen if I drink the wine? I can handle this sober. That's funny. What about me? Poor Kiran! For you, hot milk cookies and an early night. That's funny. Girl, that's not fair. Actually, I've already tried wine. Exactly. I'll definitely use this knowledge against you next time I need a reason to ground you. Girl, why? You're heartless, that! Did you try the wine? Good choice. I just wanted to be dramatic and hypocritical because she always is going against all odds, and I wanted to play a part of that to make her look hypocritical more than she already is. Yaya came up to us. I'm glad you came. Everyone is very interested in meeting you. Do you know if they're real well disposed towards us? Of course. You probably don't know how influential your family was. Some might hold the mistake of your ancestors against you, but those are just spiteful people. What mistakes? Amrit's heavy hand fell on Yaya's small shoulder. Kiran glared at him. Yeah. Why don't you introduce Kiran to the other young representatives of the dozen? Lalit and Rishi are standing over there. Go talk to them. Oh, yes. As Yaya stepped back, a clearly jealous Kiran gently squeezed her shoulder in the same spot where Amrit had touched her. Sir, it's fine. Come on. They walked toward the others so that Yaya could introduce them to everyone. Finally, this day has come. You're here with me, where you belong. I'm nervous. They're all looking at me as if they're judging me. They're in no position to judge you. Remember where you stand and where they stand. Carry yourself with dignity and pride. Your job is to rule, not to look around, and they're well aware of it. He gently ran his fingers along my neck and down to my shoulder. I felt that Amrit was a little tense. He seemed to have read my mind. I'm fine, I'm just excited. About what? About you. About what will happen after the meeting. What makes you think anything will happen? If it won't, why did my words make your heart beat faster? Because you're looking fine? He leaned a little closer to my ear, lowering his voice. You don't have to lie to me. Move away from me, sir. You're way too fine. Suddenly, Ratan entered the hall. Everyone present bowed their heads respectfully. They know who he is. He looked at me. Choosing a diamond outfit for Ratan will improve your relationship with him. Okay. That's funny. You know what? Wear this, sir. Ratan nodded to me in greeting and smiled. Calm and stately, he carried himself well. Many people looked at him with barely hidden admiration. They know that he's a deity. He has to behave accordingly. When people seemed to have had enough of eating, introducing themselves, and chatting, Amrit stepped into the center of the hall. He commandingly spread his arms wide, looking at everyone present. Devadas Dubai was standing in the crowd, looking at his son with both intensity and pride in his eyes. Let's start our talks. Before that, I would like to clarify the main points of discussion for Miss Bazoo. And for young Mr. Bazoo, of course. I'm pleased to declare this Kaligo meeting open. Kaligo means obsessed with Kali. This is a sect. Amrit began talking. I carefully, vividly mentioned every detail. That's funny. It was as if I was transported back to the days he was talking about. It all started many years ago when the Dubais were a Brahminko family, as the Bazoos were a Kshatriya ruling family. Together with the Banerjee family, the Sharma family, and the others, everyone was working hard to maintain order in our society. We did what we thought was right and took care of our people as well as our gods. Our goods. But then a foreign power invaded our land. The British started to dictate their rules because they had decided that they held authority over us. This was what united the Dozen in the face of the enemy and made us aware of something very important, or expropriation catastrophe. Godless and corrupt people wrestling for power using any means possible, even massacre. All this could only mean one thing. Oh, wow. Kali Yuga was coming. The last stage of the world's existence and the dying breath of humanity. We knew this was going to be followed by destruction, the annihilation of the world and its rebirth. Knowledge joined power, and the Dubais and the Bazus founded the Kaligo sect, urging the families from the upper castes to act. Our goal is not only to prolong the existence of the world and to appease our Dark Mother, we also aim to be cleansed, to become one with the divine, and to prepare for moksha by stopping the wheel of life. By shedding blood with Kalidasa, we nourish and place the Dark Mother, making her more benevolent and kinder. We also free our native land from the existence of those who are not worthy of it. Oh my god. We have been hiding secretly, making sacrifices despite severe punishments. We have been stubbornly weaving our net. From now on, anyone who will dare to oppose us will get caught in it. Oh, sir. Oh my god, he really is. You've heard the detailed story about Kali Yuga. This will affect the plot. This man really is ruthless. Ruthless. The way he's also praising that he did what he did. When AMRIT stopped talking, I started thinking of all the things that happened in the past. They all pointed to what I just heard in one way or another. I had guessed there must have been some specific purpose for the sacrifices. But to delay the end of the world? Kali Yuga, which I had studied at a university, was the final stage of the world's existence. It was written that it was meant to happen soon, but right now? I felt stunned and scared. To calm myself down, I decided to ask for more details. How many victims do you need? Why do you number them? And how many sacrifices do you need? None. Why? You have already sacrificed 6 people, so there are 3 more left. But according to your story, a lot more people were sacrificed in the past. What happens when all sacrifices are made? Will this end? No, it's a cycle, and it will have to be repeated. The next cycle will probably begin when my children will be growing up. How is your sect different from the past? Our ancestors simply served the goddess by making offerings during the right phase of the lunar cycle. We're doing this as offerings before the event of Kali Yuga. We know the exact number of victims needed, and we make sure rituals are correct down to the last details. So the purpose of your sect is saving the world and cleansing your souls in the process. Vimal Dubai joined the conversation. We cannot stop Kali Yuga from happening, but we can prolong the existence of the world if we serve the goddess well enough. Has Kali Yuga already started? If so, how long has it been going on? It started yesterday. We had been waiting for one last omen, and it finally came. So that's what you mean when you were talking about dark times and trouble? Was it about Kali Yuga? Yes. While listening to us, Kiran kept frowning now and then. If he didn't understand something, he turned to Yaya. She calmly explained everything to him, while Rishi threw them jealous glances. When the conversation came to the victims of sacrifices, my brother seemed to finally get the whole picture. Yeah, Kiran! He realized where and with whom he was, and why I was so reluctant to get him involved. While I was talking with the older Dubais, the younger people in the room were engaged in their own discussions. My poor child. In order not to disturb, you will now play as Kiran. In order not to disturb the others, Jaya took Kiran out into the hallway.
So this is what he said. This practice is above morality and the usual values of good and evil. Do you understand that? Kali Yuga is not a minor event. This is the last stage of the world's existence.
Are you being serious right now? You meet up here and discuss the end of the world and a mythical goddess. Do you really kill people because of this? This is bonkers! Does Amala agree with you? Does she also believe in all this?
Don't you believe that the gods exist?
Should I?
Mahadeva Rita Shiva himself is right here. And what about Mr. Dubai's power?
Rita who?
Mr. Ratan Vaish, the human avatar of Shiva on Earth. Didn't Amala tell you?
I'll talk to her later about it. She clearly kept a lot from me. Lalit and Rishi walked up to them. Lalit was looking at Kiran with interest, while Rishi, on the other contrary, stared at him with open hostility. Leave my baby be! Is your Bengal so rubbish that you have to keep bothering a girl? Sir, you be quiet. My baby is my little brother. You're not touching him.
He's not bothering me. I'm happy to help Kiran.
Oh, so you like to associate with traitors. Bitch! Me a traitor, You talk too much, and you don't even know what you're talking about, which is even worse. Independence?
Rishi, weren't you fervently defending the Basu's role in our hierarchy? Kiran is also a Basu.
Not yet, and it's his sister who's in charge of everything, not him. Why are you even getting involved, Lalit? Are you seriously defending him? He still makes part of the Basus.
I'm not the Dubai anymore, but a Sharma, so you can tell me when I can and I cannot speak.
Rules or traditions are very important, and that's what Father taught us. I'll take his place in the future, so it's important for me to do everything right.
Father is the first who doesn't live by his own rules.
Just shut up.
What's wrong with Kiran being interested in our language and culture? Nobody taught him.
And that's weird. Maybe our new lady Basu is not so loyal to our culture either. He's so arrogant, spoiled and arrogant. Seems like he never had a proper telling off. Both diamond choices will increase your respect, but one of them will also improve Kiran and Yaya's relationship. Stand up to Rishi and defend Yaya. If you want Yaya's attention so much, you can always pretend to need her help with something too. Because that's your problem, right? Lali burst out laughing, and Rishi quickly turned to her, staring daggers. Instead of shying away, she just grinned at him.
Please, let's not do this. Compared to what is being discussed today at the meeting, this is such a trivial matter.
His arrogance is infuriating. Why do I get severely punished if I make the smallest mistake, yet he can get away with anything? How is it my fault that you get punished? Should everyone around you suffer because you're treated unfairly? You're trying to act all high and mighty, but your reasoning doesn't make sense. Rishi silently stared at Kiran, at a loss for words. Lalit realized that her brother was now feeling uncomfortable. She decided to intervene.
Come on, Father told me that the Dubais and the Basus often didn't see eye to eye on some things, so we should all calm down.
Yaya liked Kiran's confidence and eloquence. Let's go. What do you get punished for? Your father seems to be such a calm and collected person. Kiran decided to make an effort to reach out to Rishi, and the young man seemed to respond well to it. Let's go! Yes, if you don't make him angry and don't disagree with him.
The happiest day of my life was the day I got married and joined another family. I think Mr. Vimal just expects you to be the best in everything because of the responsibilities tied to your family name.
It's not that. Thanks to the fact that Kiran stood up for himself, he earned their respect and learned interesting information. Lalit and Rishi fell silent. They seemed to be thinking about the same thing, but Kiran and Yaya didn't know what that might be. Kiran looked at Yaya questioningly, but she couldn't hold his stare and turned away, blushing. Damn, she's really cute. Aww. I'm shipping them. Meanwhile, I was busy talking to the others. The main part of the meeting where I met everyone was over. People were now divided into small groups chatting between themselves. Vimal, Amrit, Devadas, and Ratan were standing in front of me.
Oh, that you know everything, will you join us, Amala Basu?
Were all these secrets and schemes really needed? You could have told me the truth from the beginning.
It would have scared you, or you would never come here. I knew many of your relatives, and you all share one quality. You put family above any duty. Had you known the truth, you wouldn't be here now. Neither would be Kiran Basu.
But it would have been my choice, which you didn't give a damn about. You forced my hand. Let's go with the respect, but now it's my turn to come up with my own rules and force you to play by them. I'm very important, aren't I? So much so that you had to pull off that whole stunt with the British government. Ratan! He's like, he listens to this and he's like, oh god. I could see that Ratan remembered what he told me in Tamas Vitala, which I was now using to my own advantage. Let's go! Ratan is like, oh shit. Thanks to Ratan, you know that you are very important to maintain order in Calcutta. Look at Ratan being all mushy. Look at his smirk.
Are you threatening us?
Oh, sir. I'm threatening? Yes. I'm threatening all of you. I'm just reminding you that you shouldn't underestimate me.
I see you take after your grandmother. Indeed, I could bite your head off if she wanted to. Anyway, think about it.
Devadas looked at his watch. It was almost midnight. Why? Are you turning into a cabbage or something at midnight?
It's time to conclude this meeting. All went well. So many of us are excited about your return, Amala.
Not knowing where to look, I glanced at Amrit. He was staring at me. Devadas had noticed how we had been looking at each other all night long. Uh-oh. A smile appeared on his lips. He knows.
I'm sure you find plenty of reason to stay in Calcutta.
Devadas. He just says, you're my daughter-in-law.
I'll do anything to convince you to stay. If delaying the end of life, as we know it, is not enough for you, then I'll find another reason. We'll take care of wrapping up the meeting. You can go now.
When we moved away from the older man, Amrit turned to me.
Let's talk after you put Kiran to bed. I need you by my side tonight.
I need you too. A lot is still confusing.
Then I'll be waiting for you in the hallway, Amala.
After finding Kiran, Madhu and I walked him to his bedroom. Along the way, he asked me at least 1 billion questions. Promising to answer them all the following day, I headed back downstairs. Amrit was waiting for me in the dim light, leaning against the wall. He smiled when he saw me.
Here you are, my Maharina.
A Maharina is the wife of a Maharya, the ruler of an Indian state. Are you kidding me? You're already calling me your wife. You're very mysterious and very much half-naked. That's funny.
Anything to please you, Miss Basu. You did great. You are born to rule.
Even so, I was completely stunned. You, the sect, the sacrifices.
Don't tell me that you didn't suspect it already.
Yes, but I didn't know what you were fighting for. At the British Embassy, we just thought you were a bunch of bloodthirsty fanatics.
Of course, no brain needed to work there.
Sir! You think you're so clever, don't you? Don't worry, I'll get you off your high horse in no time. I already feel sorry for you, Amrit. Oh, God. Get him, girl. Amrit slowly pulled me closer, laughing softly. You like that I keep on pulling low blows on you. You love that about me, don't you? You love that I keep on talking back to you. I felt how much he wanted me before I even touched him. He knew I would and didn't try to hide it. His beautiful arms wrapped around my waist, hugging me even more tightly. Where even are we? Are we like in the middle of a hallway? People, there's a better room for that. Without saying a word, I stood on tiptoe and kissed him on the lips. Parting his mouth slightly, he immediately deepened the kiss, too hungry to be able to stop and savor the moment. We were like teenagers standing in the dark of a hallway, making out while pressed against the wall. It was all so stupid and careless, but also so deliciously exciting. He ran his finger over my curves, slowly rising to my chest. Amrit took my hand and pulled me into his bedroom. I was about to say, go to the bedroom. The dim light cast shadows on the luxurious sheets and pillows. The subtle aroma of expensive incense enveloped me, immersing me in a sensual atmosphere.
Long day, huh?
When Amrit walked past me, his hands snaked seductively around my waist. That's an understatement.
You'll get used to everything quickly, I'm sure. You're a strong girl.
I'm not a girl.
Oh, you could have fooled me on multiple occasions.
Don't tease me. I don't know how to keep going. What should I do now?
Stay here with me.
You know what I mean. Kindness. We're all going with kindness. Now I understand what all those sacrifices and blood were for. I respected it even just as a manifestation of love for the Dark Mother, but now I know there's something even bigger than behind the rituals. It makes me respect you too. You and the sect.
I was hoping for that, and that you would be passionate about this and decide to stay.
I've been thinking about it, about all that keeps me here, and about what will happen after I sort everything out. It's all so complicated. Amrit, who was standing in front of me, raised his eyebrows.
No, you're making it complicated. The answer has been in your head for a long time.
And what's that?
Take your rightful place in our society and stay. With me.
Is that what you want?
You know very well that I do. You're asking me just because you want to hear me say it out loud.
Yes.
I'll admit it. You're crazy in love with me.
I am, but I'm not gonna tell you that. Stop flattering yourself. It's not flattering, he knows. I wanted to step back and turn away, but Amrit quickly caught me, placing a finger under my chin. He looked at me, a mischievous glint in his eyes, and asked again.
Answer me first, yes or no?
His face was so close, if I wanted, I could reach out and kiss him. His warm breath on my lips made me lose the thread of our conversation. He could see that I couldn't think straight and could sense how my heart was beating faster.
Well then, I can guess your answer, and I really like it.
That was the perfect moment to kiss him, sneak away. Why? How could I be so stupid to move away? Kiss him. Impulsively, passionately, forgetting about everything that bothered me at that point. His mock grin and his knowing gaze, that was the last straw. I had been looking at him all day and all evening, scolding myself for the thoughts and fantasies racing through my head, and now I could cast away all restraint and snuggle up to him, properly, greedily kissing his lips. His strong fingers gripped the fabric covering my butt, lifting it up. He undressed me quickly as if he wanted to see me naked and at his mercy as soon as possible. Suddenly I broke away from him and gasped. Wait, don't rush.
That's the last thing I want to hear right now.
Well, sorry, I want to set the pace. I want it slow. I want to see you. With one sultry movement, I took his robe off. Then I left a gentle kiss on his neck. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, he looks fine on this picture, too. He's so fine. Oh, my God. Yeah, I was able to manage my fangirling. I was finally to shove it down, but I'm screaming internally, people. Once, twice, 3 times. Inch by inch, I caressed his smooth, hot skin. He buried his fingers in my hair. I was clearly testing his patience. You better test his patience. He has been trying us the entire time. I'm gonna make him regret it. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how much he wanted me and how his arrogance had vanished, replaced by desire. Let your desire make you go crazy, sir. Make you go crazy. It was just us and our attraction to each other. I kissed my way down his chest, then a little lower. Amrit's muscles tensed when I reached the waistband of his pajama pants. He looked down at me, mesmerized.
When you kneel like this in front of me, naked, relaxed. Mine, I feel like I'm going to lose my mind. I like it when you take the lead. I want you so bad, but I see you in the mood to tease.
I have to tease you. This is not just a question, sir. I have to. It's a rule at this point. Maybe. My hand rested on his thigh, then slid a little higher. I grazed the bludge in his pants and heard a small gasp. I liked his reaction. I wanted more of it. And he did too. He gently threaded his fingers through my hair, caressing me gently. He seemed curious about what I would do next. My fingers got hold of the waistband of his pants, pulling it down. I freed his hard, hot flesh. I felt myself tightening with desire. I wanted to feel it inside me. The anticipation that was torturing us both was a powerful aphrodisiac. I have no idea what that is or how you say it. I'm so sorry. The more we delayed the moment we'd become one, the stronger our desire grew. But it was still too early for that. Taking his cock in my hands, I brought it to my lips. Let's go, let's give him a blowjob. Let him die with desire, so he knows where his place is. Let me stop. We're in control, sir. You want to be dominated, sir. So you're a bottom? He's a bottom, okay? He wants us to ride him. At first, I slowly, gently ran my tongue over its head, tasting it. Then I slid lower, all the way to the base and up again. AMRIT was watching me intently, his clouded eyes completely focused on me and the sensation I gave him. When I took the head in my mouth, he bit his lip. Unable to stand it any longer, he tilted his pelvis, trying to thrust just a little deeper. I didn't resist, opening my mouth wider. I couldn't take him fully, but I did the best I could. It felt so wet, warm, and slick, and when I started moving my head and tongue at the same time, he frowned, overwhelmed by pleasure. I looked up at him, wanting to see his every reaction and expression. He couldn't stop himself from moaning. He gently caressed my face, intoxicated by my persistent care. Stop teasing me. Come here. Look at this beautiful picture. I am weak. He pulled me by my shoulders, lifted me up, and then sat me on top of him. I wrapped my legs around his body, clinging tightly, and kissed him. Pinning me against the wall, holding my hips with his hands, he laughed right into my lips. It was my turn to lead. Then hurry, or I'll take back control. Yes, that's how things work. You either take control or I'm gonna take it back, He didn't need to be told twice. He wanted me as badly as I wanted him. With one deep thrust, he was inside me. I arced against him, throwing my head back. Everything inside me quivered, my body finally getting what I had been craving all evening. Feeling so full and so close to AMRIT felt like the most powerful thing in the world. I wanted it to last as long as possible. His slow, powerful thrust tore moans from my lips, but they were immediately muffled by a kiss. It was as if I ceased to exist at the moment, drowning in pure pleasure. Casting aside all thoughts and worries, I savored having sex with the man I was crazy about. He knew my body as if he had been touching it every day. He knew which path to follow without a word of direction. His pace became more frantic. He kneaded my breast, then licked it, leaving a wet trail behind. With his other hand, he held me firmly. I couldn't get enough. I started moving my hips too, so that AMRIT could thrust deeper and faster. He felt me and grinned. The faster and harder he moved, the more the tension increased. It was so painful and sweet, and I craved for the moment of release. AMRIT lowered me onto the bed, hovering over me. For a moment we both got lost in each other, surrendering to the movement of our bodies. With each thrust I was getting closer, a string of moans purring from my lips. Just an instant before the tension deafeningly burst, AMRIT reached for my lips and kissed me hungrily, his tongue sliding deep into my mouth. We both reached a peak at the same time, drowning in the rush of pleasure. It felt so good that I didn't realize that AMRIT had managed to pull out at the very last moment and come on me. As he lay down by my side, we spent several moments in silence, basking in the afterglow. Then AMRIT spoke. I can't imagine how I used to live without this. Without sex? Without sex with you. I sat up slowly, coming back to my senses. I guess I should go. Your house is huge. It will be dawn before I reach my bedroom. In that case, stay. What? You can't wait to do it again? I just don't want you to leave yet. I'm wondering what it's like to hug you while you sleep. Aww. Yeah, she shook. Sometimes he says these things and it seems like he's really serious about me. Maybe I underestimate him? Honestly, at this point in time, I don't think it's only about sex anymore. Amrit seems also lost in thought. Tonight, Amrit has realized that he has fallen in love with you. Wow. So, what do you want to do? I'll stay. I've never slept in a bed this big. That's a reason to stay. I've never seen a bed this big.
It doesn't matter how big the bed is. I bet you'll be pressing yourself tightly against me all night.
You don't have to call me out like that. No, I definitely won't do that. Lies. Amrit turned off the light, gently pulling me so I'd lay down next to him. When I did, he immediately held me closer. His slow, quiet voice whispered in my ear.
Imagine this. Us going to bed together every night. I'm hugging you from behind and you can hear me breathing. Are you sure you want to leave?
His question was left unanswered. Soon we both fell asleep. I had no idea how furious I was going to be the following day. Alright, we had no idea how furious we were gonna be. What did Kiran do? Why do I always think it's Kiran? What happened? Who is acting shady? Who is trying to screw me over? Well, anyways, that was this episode. Actually, I would have to say from season 3 up to this point, this is my favorite episode. Because here we finally, we read it. You all saw it, you all read it with me. He finally realized that he's in love with us. That's the most beautiful thing you can hear. He finally realized it himself, with all him being all confident, all arrogant, thinking that everything he had sex just to please the Dark Mother. He never really looked for a serious relationship, and him finally admitting it to himself that he's in love with us. That's a huge step, and that also means that he's insanely serious about us, that he has powerful feelings for us, and that's so beautiful. I'm really excited to see the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye.